All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed as Bitcoin right now is breaking. Bearish market structure, breaking out of this green trend line, breaking into this white box of mystery and wonder and surprise. A reclaim of the white box, as we know, is going to result in a massive move to the upside, potentially hitting new all-time highs. But a rejection from this box could see us back down to the bottom of the range, potentially all the way back down to 78K or even 73. This is the moment for Bitcoin that we've all been waiting for, and we are seeing those very bullish signs on the chart. We are seeing the weekly time frame giving us that coveted hidden bullish divergence. We take a look here at our weekly time frame, and we can see that as the price is making a higher low in this trend line that's being respected, market Cipher B is printing a lower momentum wave. That's right, it's giving us that juicy uneven butt cheek pattern with a skinny butt cheek on the right, a bit juicy on the left. We also understand that when we go down to the lower time frames like the 3-day, we are seeing a regular bullish divergence, aka uneven butt cheek pattern, where as the price is getting lower into a key box of support, our butt cheeks are getting higher over time. Very juicy. Very, very juicy. Makes me want to rent a new tractor and skip leg day for 3,000 years. Now we're coming up, as you can see, to the value area low of the range. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be discussing it. We're going to be popping back on the camera. Jason Casper, sweaty and gross, purple shirt, floating around on the dang chart. And we got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Who do we got in the house right now? Shout out to I1Clip. Told you Jason single-handedly moves the market. Shout out to Zaxi. Shout out to Ingvar. Shout out to Abhishek Varma. What's going on, my man? Shout out to Bogandov. Master, please help me. I'm get liquid. Well, if you're getting liquid, I recommend you drink it to replenish those electrolytes. Shout out to CPT Mayo. Just play the pump song and watch it go to 100K. Shout out to Fire Lions. Shout out to Soul Trades. Can I get a hoo-yah, baby? Bitcoin, let's go. Let's pump the Bitcoin straight to a new all-time high. Man, I am feeling it, guys. Early stream. Yeah, guys, I gotta stream early. Like, my life is an absolute chaotic craziness right now. Just, I got so many crazy things going on in my life that I'm not really going to be able to stream at regular times. So I figured, what the heck, man? Let me stream early. Yeah, I'll have like 200 viewers in here. Doesn't matter, right? It's better to do something than nothing, right? Better to do something than nothing. Okay, so let's take a look at the chart here. We can see we're breaking out. We're up right now, $11,000 in profits. We've got another trade open on ANTARCTIC exchange right now, up $3,000 in profits. And guys, I got to give a major shout out to ANTARCTIC. Decentralized exchange. If you sign up using the link in the description of this video, you will get the lowest fees, period. Only if you use my link. This is so low that it's not even listed on their fee tier. 0% limit order, 0.015% market order. I don't think any other exchange is doing that right now. All right. Also, BLOFIN is still offering 10% cash back. This is not a decentralized exchange, but this is the other exchange I'm trading on. $1,000 future bonus, plus BLOFIN is giving away $100 every single month to 5 to 10 people who sign up using my link, so make sure to sign up. Also got to give a major shout out to the Casper Crew VIP Discord, jasoncaspertrading.com, for the long setup given yesterday in advance. Hit absolutely perfectly to the dang dollar. All right, and we are coming up right now to our next major resistance. Also got to shout out Bitunix, guys. Shout out to Bitunix. 20% cash back. All right, I'm currently trading right now on BLOFIN, Bitunix, and ANTARCTIC. All right, check it out. ANTARCTIC is great because, as you can see, it's blue and purple, just like your boy JC. Jason Casper. Jason Casper. Aye, me mateys, Jason Casper. What is going on, man? Oh my gosh, we've gone straight Brit again. All right, let's get over to TradingView. All right, let's get over to TradingView. Major shout out to HFG in the house. Open long now? No! No! All right. Is the ANTARCTIC app still coming? Yeah, we're just waiting on Apple to approve the dang thing. All right, they're taking literally 10,000 years. Okay, they're taking 10,000 years. All right, so let's talk. Let's talk about this. Very, very key. We are currently coming up to our major area of resistance right here. And not only that, we are breaching these highs, at least on Bybit. We are breaching the highs here at 88,749. All right, so this is our first little area of resistance, okay? You can see that we took the liquidity. We're getting a little bit of a move to the downside right now, but we are consolidating underneath this resistance. In my opinion, this does look bullish, all right? This looks bullish in my opinion. When we look at the low that we made yesterday here, let's go to our 24-minute time frame. All right, this was the low that we made yesterday. Just a little liquidity grab of these lows right here. We had bullish divergences, the uneven butt cheek pattern, the good old Sam Bankman-Fried bullish uneven man boo pattern, money flow momentum waves getting higher as the price is making lower lows. All right, that is the juicy long setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord yesterday morning. We did have some single prints down there, guys. As you can see right here, we had some single prints that we just dipped into, and that was actually where we found our support. So it was a very good risk to reward ratio setup. Played out perfectly. And now let's check out the order flow, because obviously it's very early. I don't even know if London is still open right now. It might be like pre-New York Open. But when we look at the order flow, let's take a look. All right. Let's take a little look. Would you look at this, guys? As we are holding above the VWAP, we were seeing some bullish CVD divergences forming. A little bullish CVD. We can see open interest increasing here. CVD getting lower. All right, this is like shorts being absorbed, which is a bullish thing. All right, as we're consolidating underneath resistance, which is also kind of bullish, in my opinion. We're also seeing the money flow getting higher, and we're knocking on the door of this next very important level here, which of course is the value area low, macro, of this entire range. What does that mean? Well, here's what it means, guys. The market has determined, since Trump has won the election, that the fair price of Bitcoin is between 89,000, let's say 90K and about 105,000, right? Then we kind of lost that for a few weeks, maybe a few months. And so we've been in suspense saying, look, market, is this really the fair price of Bitcoin, or are we all agreeing right now based on our buying and selling that we want the fair price of Bitcoin to be considered lower than that? Scary times. Well, if we can confirm a daily candle, or more so a weekly candle above this level, in my opinion, that is absolutely the market telling us they want to see Bitcoin at higher prices. All right, so this is the doorway to higher prices here. In addition to that, like I showed earlier, we have a trend line. If we connect these highs, we have a trend line with a breakout and a back test, and now we've made a higher high. So we have a local major sign of strength, which is a change of market structure on the daily time frame, right? The daily time frame here has made locally a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, 5-wave structure. I'm not an Elliott wave guy, but we have that. We're breaking the trend line. Also, we know that the majority of the volume of this lower range is below us. We're holding that support. So all signs right now are looking very, very bullish. We got the bullish divergences. We're flipping resistance into support, and we're knocking on the door to those infinite crypto gains, those elusive gains that were the reason we all got into crypto. So we could sit around at the Thanksgiving table this November and tell our family how we were so smart for buying crypto and they were so dumb for doubting us. Now that we're multi-billionaires, don't worry, we'll buy the turkey this year, all right? And don't give me none of that butterball, GMO injected with who knows what turkey, man. I'm going to go to an organic farm and pay $17,000 for a grass-fed, grass-finished, organic, gluten-free turkey, okay? Because I just got money like that, ma. Shouldn't have doubted me before. That's what we're looking at here. All right, grass-fed vegan turkey. If we can reclaim this level here. All right. Now, a few words of caution now. Am I bullish? Yes. I am bullish, man. Am I long? Yes. I am long. Of course, over on good old-fashioned Antarctic exchange. Make sure to go check it out, guys, because Antarctic is offering the lowest fees, period, Link in the description. This is a decentralized exchange. Lots of amazing perks here, which I don't have time to go in now, but this is going to change the world when it comes to trading over on ANTARCTIC. And then, of course, in the long trade over on BLOFIN, which link in the description, is giving 10% cash back to everything you deposit, plus multiple chances to win $100 even if you don't deposit anything. We're long from the long setup given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord yesterday, playing out perfectly to the dollar at jasoncaspertrading.com, the best trading community in the world. All right, we're bullish, we're long, but we got to give a few words of caution here. All right, here's what we got to talk about. Here's what we got to talk about, man. We'll get into Ethereum. Okay, we'll get into Ethereum, but let's clear off the chart. Let's clear off the chart. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is that we are still trading in a sideways range. All right, we're still trading in a sideways range. And when you come to the top of the range, what do you look for? A rejection! Just like in high school when you asked out that girl. Rejection! You were too nerdy. You had a neck beard, you were kind of fat, low self-esteem, long hair. All you cared about was playing guitar. She wasn't into that. All right, she was out of your league. She was into those cool guys like this guy down here. Sam Bankman with his uneven man boobies. All right? So here's the thing. When we get the hidden bullish divergence on the weekly time frame, which we have confirmed, historically speaking, we have 2 to 3 weeks of nothing or downside before the big pump. All right, let's talk about what I mean by that. Look at this. Let's just mark out all these green dots. All right, las datas verdes. All right, los datos verdes. El punto verde. Look at this. We confirm the green dot, and we get the next week. We end up with a 20% move to the downside before the pump. Now, this was still the bear market. Now, let's go to the bull market. We confirmed the green dot, bullish divergence, but we end up with a 12% move to the downside over the course of 3 weeks before the pump. Then, in the middle of the bull market, confirmed the green dot, but we end up with 2 weeks and 7.28% move to the downside before the big pump. Then, over here, September 2024, we confirmed the green dot, but we end up with 3 weeks and 12% move to the downside before the big pump. So are things bullish? Yes, but if we're going to be zooming in on lower time frames, 100x leverage, full account, got a new mortgage on my house, like Michael Saylor said, so I could 200x leverage my house in Bitcoin, well, be careful. Because if my calculations are correct, we have 2 to 3 weeks time until we get that big move. So that's going to put us somewhere around the middle of May. Somewhere around the middle of May before we get that big move. Now, it doesn't have, we could pump right now. We could just pump and leave everybody in the dust. But I'm offering a word of caution here because why? We're coming up to local resistance at the top of a local range. And if we start to get a pullback from here, we could come back down to the bottom of the range and just continue to trade this before the breakout. Or we could even make a lower low. We could make a lower low to wreck everybody and do something like this. Top of the range, bottom of the range, lower low, and then boom, get our big move in the next few weeks. Remember, that date, like the first week of May, is a very important day because that is the day that we have the FOMC interest rate decision. All right, so if we go to our good friend, forexfactory.com, it is a good friend of ours, Forex Factory. Man, Jason is so dang sweaty today, man. Look at that. All right, we go to forexfactory.com. Go to May 7th. FOMC statement right here. All right, federal funds rate. Okay, this is real big right here. All right, to determine, are they going to keep it the same? Are they going to raise them? Are they going to cut rates? This is going to cause some volatility in the market. And, you know, volatility is volatility. What I mean by that is, yeah, these things cause volatility, period. But we have to understand this May 7th is literally the exact same date as this green line on the chart. You know, we're talking the second week of May right around here. You know, so we could see a very big move. We could see a dump and pump right? Let's say there's a bearish interest rate decision, or let's say the interest rate decision is neutral, right? We could just see like capitulation and then pump, right? Or we come down to the bottom of the range and then pump. Now, I'm just saying this because we got to be careful here. It's easy to jump the gun and get excited to long or to buy, but historically speaking, number one, we have time, right? Number one, we always have time. We print the green dot, and yeah, it's super bullish. For spot buys, absolutely. For low leverage plays, absolutely. But in the short term, we could have some downside here. Now again, I'm leaning very bullish because of this green dot in the weekly. But I'm still open to another push to the downside because we do have very, very key support down here in this area. Potentially all the way down to $67,335 at the POC of the previous range. So we could see something like this if we have like a big capitulation wick. I'm talking like it takes minutes only when most people miss the move. We could see something like this, right? So just be aware, and I'm aware because I'm looking down there, right? Because I'm going to be looking to flop into a juicy long. Why would I be looking to flop into a juicy long there? Wouldn't that be bearish, Jay? If we come down to 67, wouldn't that be bearish, Jason? Casper? Well, let me just tell you a thing or two. If we do come down there, down yonder, all right, what would the weekly market cipher look like? It would look like this. All right, it would look like that. We wouldn't have any dots, all right, but we'd have something called a silent divergence. Very mysterious, a silent divergence. The price is getting lower, and see how this right here, you kind of see how the wave was trying almost clip, but then did this, right? That's what we can have there. We'll have a silent divergence. And then we go down to the 3-day, and we will have another drive of divergence, right? Look at this yellow oscillator getting higher here, all right? Go to the 2-day. Can you imagine if we do something like this and we get a second drive of bullish div? All right? The triple butt cheek extravaganza? Have you ever seen someone with 3 butt cheeks? It's very mysterious. The most mysterious thing is when they sit on the toilet, is it this part that goes over the toilet water, or is it this part that goes over toilet water? No one knows. All right? No one knows. It's the Latin term I think is mysterium but holium. Mysterium but holium will have a triple drive of bullish divergence on the 2-day. On the 1-day, we will have the money flow. Oh my, whoa, oh man, I'm getting so dang excited. Is it hot in here, guys? Or is it just me? Let me know. Is it hot in here? Or is it literally just me? Am I the only one that's hot in here? Okay? Because I'm getting so dang excited. Shout out to Alex O Crypto in the chat, man. Am I long or short, brother? Right now, full transparency, I'm in 2 longs on Bitcoin and 1 short and a massive spot portfolio. All right. Shout out to Alex O. Am I opening a short at the top of the range? I'm looking, man. I'm looking. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be lying if I said I ain't looking for a short right now. The only trade I'm looking for now is a short, guys. And I'm bullish. But you have to understand something. I'm a trader. As a trader, I have to look for a short at the top of the local range. Right? Doesn't mean I can't be bullish on the higher term time frames. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, here's my ideal Bitcoin scenario. My ideal Bitcoin scenario would be this. Vroop, vroop, vroop. Wreck everybody. Wreck the dang shorts. Wreck the dang longs. And then pump us to a new all-time high, baby. Pump us to a new all-time high. But what's going to happen? I mean, it depends, guys. It depends. That's why it's so dang important to have your maximum absorbency adult diapers so you can be like this guy. Have lots of confidence, hand on the hip, with the smile, with the lips closed. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a plan, baby. We're not going to get liquidated. We got maximum absorbency 26 extra large adult diapers. Fit flex underwear. Man, we're fit. We're on the treadmill. We're fit. We're flexing, baby. We're flexing the dang biceps. You know what I'm saying? We're fit. We're flexed. We got ourselves a dang plan. Okay? This would be my ideal scenario. Second ideal scenario would be this. Come down for the, the introverted head and shoulders. And then break And then my third preferred scenario would just be this. I wouldn't really like that, to be honest. Although things are looking extremely bullish, I would love a pullback leading into, you know, a slow move. I mean, look at this move, guys. This move has been so dang slow. It's taken us literally 16 days. That's 2 weeks and 2 days. All right, picture another 16 days from here. Let's see what that would put us. Oh my goodness, what you know. It literally will put us right to the place where we're looking for the massive move to the upside. So 16 days, we get a slow grind down, lots of bearish thumbnails, hyping up a situation of low volatility as us YouTubers do. Bitcoin's moved 0.5%. It's an emergency! Oh my goodness! Open mouth thumbnail. In fact, I gotta practice my mouth stretches for the next thumbnail. Ooh. You stretch too much, you might get a torn lip. Whew. Man, now I know what it feels like when women give birth, baby. Whew. Okay, so, look. You gotta take those stretches slow. Okay? What was I talking about again? Torn lips? Yeah, practicing. Okay, so we're gonna get a slow, you know, I would prefer like a slow 16-day grind down, man. Man, the coffee is good today, man. Was that coffee? Was that just coffee? Okay, yeah, so I would picture that being my preferred scenario. Well, let's take a look at some other coins as well, because I'm feeling good about Bitcoin right now. Honestly, I am feeling pretty good, you know, in the long term. And of course, we could break out and just pump forever. We might not get that pullback, all right? Make sure to pump the dang like button, guys, to a new all-time high. Okay, pump the like button to a new all-time high. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You guys are great. I love all of them. God bless you all. Alex Crypto. He wears an adult diaper on each cheek. Shout out to Crypto Coons, best trading courses on the interwebs. God bless you, my man, in Jesus' name. Shout out to Felipe Collin. It's good to wear Depends, guys. I don't trade. Where's my pack? I literally don't trade without my pack of Depends on my desk, because here's the thing. You traders know, you watch the chart all day, you're waiting for your trade setup given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. You could stand here at the computer for 27 hours and price doesn't move. As soon as you go to pee, boom, trade plays out without you. As soon as you pee, a 30-second pee, boom. It's like a time warp, so you gotta have those dang Depends, man. You gotta have those dang Depends. Come on, Bitcoin. Yeah, come on, Bitcoin, let's go. I think we can get another push to the upside today, guys. I think we can today get another push. Like, we've got some bullish CVD. Let's just double check this CVD here. Yeah, I'd say it's it looks pretty good here. Like, we got that local bullish CVD. Let's hang on. I know you guys can't see. I know you can't see. Hang on. Yeah, we've got a little bit of bullish CVD here. Just a little bit of bullish. A little bit of bullish, okay? Oh, man. Yeah, a little bit bullish. How do you talk while walking on a treadmill? You can barely breath. Well, I'm in shape, man. I'm in good shape. I'm going 4 miles per hour right now. I'm in pretty good shape, all right? I do lots of sprinting, hill sprints, lots of walking. You know what I'm saying? You know, I keep it funky, baby. Yeah, I keep it funky. I keep it funky. Yeah, I keep it funky. All right, what is this music? What in the world is this music? Let's here we go. We'll get some different music on. Here we go. This is dramatic music. All right. Yeah, I think we get another little push. The 1 hour looks reluctant, and then once we come up to this area, I would be looking for a bit of a rejection, maybe in an hour, 2, 3, 4 hours. Like, I'd be looking for a bit of a rejection. All right. How's our 24-minute? Let's keep an eye on that 24-minute money flow. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum here. Oh man, Ethereum. Let's talk about ETH, man. Okay, so ETH, man, breaking our dang hearts. Okay, because we have come down. Basically, back to the bear market range here. Let's pull the volume. Yeah, we've come down to the bear market range, and we're currently trying to reclaim the bear market POC. All right, let's go ahead and put this on our chart. The bear market POC. We're trying to reclaim it with the dramatic music playing. Now, this bear market POC, guys, I'd say bear market POC and this zone right here, this right now is our major resistance. If ETH can reclaim this zone, it's Pump City. Why is this such an important zone here? Well, because this is the value area low of our bull market range. Okay, so we've literally lost the bull market sideways range value area low. Is the value area high of our bear market range. So when it comes to like fair value and stuff like that, you know, right now, Bitcoin is in the fair value zone from the bear market. Actually, we wicked all the way down to the value area low of the bear market. So we came down to undervalued, considered undervalued in the bear market. Oh my goodness. Man, that's what I've been saying. I'm not buying any ETH now because I already have all the ETH I want. But it was a good buy. All right, if the bull market continues, even now, this is a good dang buy for ETH. This is not financial advice. I am not doing this. I'm just analyzing a chart and saying the following. If the bull market is not over, all right, let's look at the risk to reward ratio here, okay? Assuming that we make a new all-time high on Ethereum, assuming we come up to like 5,500, right? This is 4 times more reward than risk, okay? 4 times more reward than risk. Even if we dip down to $800, all right? So this is a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio, meaning you risk $100 to potentially make $400. This is, objectively speaking, a good buy. This is a better buy than my buy back in November 2022. So whenever FTX went under around this price, all right? All right, maybe it's not a better buy. Well, considering, okay, it's considering where we went, it's a better buy than this trade. This was my bull market ETH play right here. Literally held it back down to my entry, okay? Way to go, Jason Casper. That's why you're an idiot YouTuber. You know, that's why you suck at trading. You got to sell your trading courses. Speaking of that, I am going to be releasing a free course very soon, all right? It's going to be pretty good, so check it out. But also, yeah, we do have a lot of trading courses at jasoncaspertrading.com, created by myself and others. So check them out if you're interested in some deep learning. All right? But this is a good risk-to-reward ratio here. Now, even if ETH dips down, let's say, God forbid, to $300, all right, $300, it's still 2 times more reward than risk. So ETH right now, to me, is just looking nice. Now, if we can reclaim our box of Kraft macaroni and cheese with the cheese powder, mysterious cheese-like product, all right, guaranteed to taste good and lower testosterone, full of plastic and other weird things like genetically modified soy paste, all right? In fact, do you know where they get the soy paste? They squeeze it right out of here, baby. But if we can reclaim this, all right, box of Kraft macaroni and cheese, I think that would be, boom, that would be that. That would be that. Let's just do a little experiment here. Wow. Wow. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? You guys picking up what I'm putting down? Hang on. Let's put it off log scale. You guys picking up what I'm putting down, mate? You understand the gravity of the situation here? We've got literally the macro momentum trend wave, bullish smart money trading, fair value gap, ICT. I'm trying to throw out those keywords for the algorithm to pick me up as a good trading channel. This is very intense. This is very juicy. This is juicy. This is juicy. This is juicy, man. This is so juicy. Wow. We got ourselves a symmetrical triangle. We got ourselves coming down, dipping below, fake out of the trend line, reclaiming major resistance now as support. Okay, we got a big pump. Now let's take a look at the weekly. We don't have a hidden bull dip here. We just have a very oversold wave. Let's go to the 3-day. 3-day forming some slight bull dips here. So I'd say it's the same. If Bitcoin is going to take a dump back down, and ETH takes another dump down to take the low again, then I'd say my target for that would be, man, that's so crazy to think about ETH dipping down lower. But if we do dip down lower, and if Bitcoin dips down lower, then we would have some really nice looking bull dips here, okay? But Bitcoin's going to lead the pack. Bitcoin's going to lead the pack. So the macro for ETH, I'm saying it looks pretty bullish. If the bull market's continuing, which I really think it is based on how things are looking right now, I believe 2025 is going to be the end. But the way things are looking right now, I think we get that one last big push. So ETH is looking pretty nice. ETH is looking pretty nice. Even a lower low would look nice to me. All right, just take that low one more time. All right. We got almost 1,000 people in the house. We have 300 likes. All right. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? Watching this in virtual reality must be scary. You know what's probably even more scary? Watching it. Wait a second. Watching it like this. Especially with this music. That must be pretty dang scary. We got 1,000 people in here, 300 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers, guys? Can we get the likes up to the watchers that descended down upon Mount Hermon in the days of Jared? All right. Can we do that? Likes up to the watchers. Let's see. Shout out to everybody in here. God bless everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate and love each and every one of you guys because it's an early stream. And like I said, life is treating me absolutely crazy right now. But I'm just so blessed and thankful to the Lord for all His blessings and all His provision and His goodness and His mercy. I'm just so thankful and grateful that I can even stream, that I can walk on this treadmill at 4 miles per hour, sweating my butt off. You know, praise the Lord. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. All right, let's see. Major shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome. Shout out to Scott. Shout out to Mr. Dugan. Is this pre-recorded or live? Always pre-recorded, man. 80s retro synth, for sure. Michael Jackson. Man, I love Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. What a talented musician, seriously. What a talented musician. I think one of my favorite videos of all time is Beat It Live with Eddie Van Halen playing the dang solo live. I love that. I love that video. Yeah, it's the most serious trading channel ever. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Coons, Market Cipher, best indicator ever. Where do I get my hats? I mean, this hat, Casper Crew, I think I got it from my own website. This hat, I found it. My parents almost died in a car accident. And when we went to gather the remains from the car in the junkyard, it just so happened to be there. Yeah. See if we can't get the likes up to the watchers. We got 1,000 people in the house, baby. We got 1,000 people in the house. Let's take a look at Sol. Oh man, guys. I mean, look. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. All right, Sol, looking pretty good. All right, look at this, man. Here's the thing about Sol. We have taken the liquidity from $109. Let's put on, man, this is looking good. All right, Sol is definitely not looking like no broke right now. We got ourselves a juicy hidden bull div on the weekly here. All right, look at this, man. Wow. Price making a higher low. All right, Sol, man. Don't sell your soul. I didn't sell my soul, and I regretted it at first, but now I'm thankful I didn't sell my soul, because now I can see what would have happened if I had sold my soul, you know? It seems good at first when you're signing that contract, but then you realize, man, you don't own your own soul. The Illuminati owns it. We got ourselves a juicy weekly bull div here. We go down to the 3-day. Juicy bullish divergence. Go to the daily. Very nice looking bullish divergence. Money flow and momentum. And the box that we're coming down to, guys, is a major support resistance flip. Alright? It's the consolidation from early last year, and it's just the key liquidity grab. Let's go to the monthly. Oh man. Look at this. In 8 days, guys, if we close, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if we close this monthly candle above 150, that is going to look super bullish. And like I say, you know, oh man, this looks good. If we close it above 150, that's going to look real good. It's going to look real good. Now remember my Bitcoin analysis. If you're just joining the stream now, go back and look at my Bitcoin analysis, because Bitcoin is going to lead the pack. We got stuff coming up. We got FOMC coming up. Alright? We got things that are going to cause volatility. We have the historic confirmed green dot pattern of 2 to 3 weeks of downside before the pump. So when I'm looking at the monthly and I'm bullish on the monthly, don't be 100x leveraging long here, because we could do this, which is still bullish. Okay? But we got to take everything in context here. So please, take it in context. A monthly close above 150 is super bullish. Alright? But Bitcoin's going to lead the way. So we could see a retracement down back to 109, and that would still be really bullish. Why 109? That would give us that inverted head and shoulder here, because we already have our confirmed bullish divergences. Alright? So imagine this. We close above 150. We change market structure. We make a higher high. Okay? Then we come down. We've officially changed structure, so we should be looking for a higher low. Alright, we pull our Fibonacci from the low to the high. The zone between the golden pocket and the 786 literally is perfect at 109,000. And boom. Alright? Introverted head and shoulders. The introverted kid from high school, no one pays attention, no one invites to the parties, no one cares, until he's breaking out, okay? Now we're all in our 30s, the cool kids in high school, the jocks, they peaked. They got the beer gut now, working their stupid 9-to-5 job, trying to become a manager at McDonald's. Meanwhile, us, we're out here on a treadmill sweating. There's nothing more attractive to a woman than a man on a treadmill sweating, alright? In fact, this image right here is probably the most attractive thing that women find attractive, okay? This right here, okay? The introverted head and shoulders pad. You can see head, shoulders, and head right here on your screen, baby. Right? Man, I drive my wife wild when I just come out there and make that face at her with dripping with sweat. Trust me, man. Trust me. She doesn't say, ew, Jay, go take a shower. No, she doesn't say that, man. She's like, ooh, Jay. Man, wow. There's nothing more attractive to me than that face, and that sweat, and that smell, that stench, and the armpits you haven't washed in a week. You know what I'm saying? We could get that pump up to the next 190. 190, potentially a new all-time high, man. That's what I'm hoping for. That is what I'm hoping for, man. That's what I'm hoping for, because I have a lot of soul. Or I have a lot of soul. For a white guy, I've got a lot of soul. You guys heard me freestyle. Alright? You guys heard me freestyle. Soul's getting ETFs. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Shout out to Yasser Donkasaurus. He says it's ahistoric, not ahistoric. Man, I just can't. You know what it is? It's ingrained in my head that I can't say, hey, huh, after a I can't say, it doesn't work for me. I have to say, eha. Right? It's just been ingrained into me. Now, if I was from the UK, okay, and I was talking like this, I could say an historic moment for Bitcoin. Hello, old chap. An historic moment for Bitcoin. Because if you're living in the UK, the H is silent, right? It's like Espanol. Hola, mi amigo, not hola. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same over in the UK. Hello. It's an historic. Neh. It's easy to say neh. And historic. But it's hard to say an historic. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard for me to say. And I don't even know what's proper, actually. I don't know what's proper. Right? Because when I was in school, I never really learned grammar. I just always spoke the way what sounded right to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know what's the actual rule. I'll have to check that out. Yowzer Dankosaurus. Is Jason in a long right now? Am I in a long? Man, first of all, I am long. I'm long over on Antarctic. Guys, Antarctic right now literally has the lowest fees, period. I'm pretty sure all the exchanges have raised their fees. But Antarctic, you sign up using my link in the description. 0% limit order, 0.015% taker order. This is a decentralized exchange, meaning you hold all your own assets on your own cold wallet, right? You link your wallet up here. You could use a trust wallet, you could use a ledger, you could use anything, right? And if you trade on the exchange, you own the exchange, you know? It doesn't have market makers, it's just peer-to-peer liquidity. So this thing is going to be huge. It's very new, but it's very customizable. Great support team right now. We're trying to make this thing a big deal so that we can stop with the exchanges going down and rug pulls and freezing accounts and KYC. No KYC ever with this, man. We're doing our own thing. All right. I'm long. I'm also long on BLOFIN, which right now is the best KYC free exchange. They're giving you 10% cash back whatever you deposit, $1,000 future bonus. Plus, if you sign up using my link, multiple chances to win $100 during these streams. I'm also trading on BitGet, which gives you 20% cash back up to $400 when you deposit and trade. So this is a pretty good deal as well on BitGet, plus rewards for your ROI. So most exchanges say, if you trade $500 trillion of volume, we'll give you an iPhone. Well, this is just based on your actual ROI. All right, so if you have a little money, but you're a good trader, you could win either $1,100 or an iPhone. All right, and so on and so forth. All right. Also, guys, shout out to the Casper crew, VIP Discord, JasonCasperTrading.com. The long setup given yesterday from the exact level. Would you look at that, man? Would you even look at that? Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Drawn, executed. Drawn, executed. Boom. Yeah, we're long and we're strong, baby. What's the exchange name? It's called ANTARCTIC. Link is in the description, guys. Link is in the description. And the cool thing about it is it's blue and purple. All right, blue and purple because look, everything blue and purple is better than red and green. All right, everything blue is purple. Blue and purple is better than Can I talk like Andy Bitcoin Census? Hello, legends. Over on BLOFIN, we've got the Elliott Wave count here. Of course. I don't know. Is that good, Andy? Hello, legends. I don't know. Shout out to Andy from Bitcoin Census, man. Shout out to Andy. Why am I live so early? My life is just crazy, man. All right. My life has been crazy. Literally, I can't stream at any other time than this. Alright, I gotta stream before the kids wake up. Pretty much. Well, they're awake, but they gotta stay in their rooms until breakfast time. When I cook them up breakfast. What am I gonna make? What should I make my kids for breakfast today, guys? What should I make my kids for breakfast? Should I make them eggs? Should I make them eggs fresh from the farm? A little bit of potatoes fresh from the farm, eggs and potatoes. Can't go wrong, man. You can't go wrong with eggs and potatoes. All right, we'll look at XRP. Let's look at XRP, baby. XRP. XRP. Jason, what the heck are you doing, man? Jason's crazy. All right, so look, XRP very similar to Sol in the sense that we took the liquidity from $1.77.11. And we're getting a move back into the range. All right. Again, Bitcoin's going to lead the pack, but we're above value area low. Objectively speaking, this is bullish. We could expect to move up to 241. Let's put on our oscillator here. So just like ETH, we don't really have the most bullish signs here. Bitcoin's going to lead the way. Bitcoin gets a higher low. XRP could come down to test the lows again. All right. Bitcoin makes a lower low. XRP also could do this. All right. Bitcoin just pumps like crazy. Well, XRP could pump like crazy. Now, XRP has not changed market structure yet. So, for a more bullish scenario, we come up to the POC, then we pull our fib, and we could look for now a back test of our golden pocket 786 zone. this would be an ideal scenario here. Now, again, look, I'm hoping, even though I'm very bullish on these high-term timeframes, I really am hoping for these lower-term timeframes to give us a retracement. I think it would be a healthier-looking move. I think it would be a healthier-looking move to allow us to get more confirmation, like change of market structure, retest, all that kind of stuff, right? But overall, XRP, I'd say it looks similar to Sol, except the things are not as bullish on the oscillator. But we need to let Bitcoin lead the way. And as we're coming up to FOMC in 2 weeks, I guess, I'd say these next 16 days or so, guys, I would not be surprised if we see low volatility, maybe a slow grind to the downside, culminating in the first or second week of May for a major pivot. A major pivot. All right? Eggs and avocados. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's pretty typical in our house. Eggs are not vegan. Well, my eggs are vegan. All right? Actually, my eggs are not vegan. My chicken's free range. I literally feed my chickens grains once a week. I feed them I feed them soy-free, corn-free, organic chicken feed from a local farm. And I do that like once a week. And then I let them scavenge around in free range. And they are healthy, fat, happy chickens, alright? Yeah. Yeah, some of that, yeah, maybe, shout out to my man, Global Sacrifice. You remember that, Global Sacrifice? So that organic, free range, raw, lean. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's up. Guys, we got 1,000 people, 400 likes. Let's see if we can't get the likes up to the watchers, man. How many eggs do I eat a day? I don't know. It depends on the day. Sometimes a lot, sometimes a little. Sometimes a lot, sometimes a little. But I'll tell you, I've been eating a lot of fruit lately. I've been kind of, I don't know. What's the word? Nah, there's no word for it. I've been eating a lot of fruit lately. Lots of it. Lots of it. Like, probably the equivalent of like 6-7 apples a day. Maybe even more. I just chop up as much fruit as I can. Maybe like close to 1,000 grams of fruit a day. 1,000 grams of fruit. It's a lot of sugar. Pushing 160, 180 grams of fruit sugar there. Just gonna see what happens. And, you know, I feel pretty good doing that right now. Sell in May is canceled. Buy in May? I don't know, man. Maybe it's a little bit of both here. Been eating that watermelon? No, I haven't. I have not. Am I bulking? No, I'm not even bulking at all. Alright? I'm not bulking at all. Let the chickens drink. Sell in May and walking away is going to get cooked. Let's see what happens in May. Let's see what happens. We could have a very, very fast move up here. We could have a very fast move up. Oh, man. I mean, it could be fast, guys. Like, this could be like a bump and run pattern. And we could just see a huge pump happen quick here. Yeah, it could be canceled, sell, man, walk away. I'm getting a little excited here. Remember, guys, remember the Bitcoin analysis. This is local resistance. We could see a pullback to make a higher low or even a lower low. Historically, when the green dot prints on the weekly, all right, we have until 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to put us like the first, second week of May. This is when we could expect a real nice move, right? Maybe we do something like this. Just make that higher low to retest the trend line. Or maybe we just, you know, wreck the shorts, wreck the longs, and then pump it. All right, one of those scenarios is very quite juice for me. All right, very quite juice for me. Very quite juice for me. All right. So, God said we should eat fruit. I know, right, Jason Rue? That's what I always think. You know? That's what I always think. You know? He said that, right? So, can't go wrong with that fruit, right? Yeah, shout out to HFG. He says, we broke the trend line, but still local resistance, and there's some shorts waiting, so we'll probably move back and then fly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, bro. That is what I am thinking, man. That is what I'm thinking. New York will do the dirty. I know. Well, in half an hour we got pre-market open, so we're gonna get that move. All right, that 8:30 volatility. The 8:30 volatility, man. That's what we're gonna get. So, what's my stop point? For what? For this plan? I mean, I don't know yet, bro. This is hypothetical stuff. All right? But I'm a low time frame trader, so my stop will probably be local. You know? So you gotta do it based on your own plan. How come I'm so handsome? Already went over it. It's because I don't brush my teeth and I don't use soap in the shower. All right? It's because my armpits smell like something died up in there, man. That's why. How low can XRP dump? We just went over XRP. I mean, anything's possible, guys. Right now, we're going by based on the data that we have on the chart. We're going based on the data that we've got on the chart. All right, exactly. There is no stop. Yeah, shout out to Jason Root, my man. God bless you, Jason Root. Smash up the likes, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, click the bell for notificaciones. All right. What's my trading strategy? Well, you know what? I'm going to be releasing a free course very soon to go over my trading strategy. Is that essentially my trading strategy is support and resistance with divergences on the oscillator. The most basic, simple thing ever. Support and resistance with divergences on the oscillator. I don't even know what a fair value gap is. You know? I have an idea. I'm just kidding. But really, it's just lines on the chart. Support and resistance with divergences on market Cipher. That's really it, man. Is there more things I put on top of that? Yeah, of course. That's the foundation of it all. And honestly, every good trader in the world, that's the foundation. I have never met a trader, unless they're like some kind of weird investor kind. I'm talking about traders, not investors that like buy and hold for like months and months. But even them, they do it. It's all about support and resistance. That's really what it's about. All right? It's like support and resistance is the squat, bench, and deadlift of trading. All right? It's the basics, the most bang for your buck. All right? You're going to train the most muscles in the shortest amount of time just using support and resistance and divergences. And then you want to put stuff on top of it, go for it. All right? Shout out to John316. He says, blessings, bro. I like Crow. Thoughts? All right, let's check out Crow. Let's check out Crow. Crow. Well, unfortunately, when we look at Crow, we're looking for a potential bounce from this white line, which didn't happen. Then we were looking for the box to be a buy zone, which also didn't really happen. So let's check it out. Now, personally, I don't own any Crow. Let's put it on log scale quickly here. So I'll be honest, like there's nothing here jumping out at me to make me excited. But if we were to take this low again, the 6651 low on MEXC, that's a really nice liquidity grab right there. It's like a really nice liquidity grab. Right? That's like Sol coming down to take 109. That looks really nice. The weekly's got a red dot confirmed. The daily looks like if we take that low, that would be our signal. Very bullish divergence. Right? Money flow momentum on the daily. That would be really nice. Right now, there's really nothing here that gets me excited. I have to be honest with you. We've rejected from resistance. I mean, we have a little bit of bullish market structure here locally. I just don't like what I see on the weekly market Cipher. I don't think we've come down to a nice level. I could be wrong here. We're technically making a higher low. To me, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get very excited when I see the chart. Let's just put it that way. All right. So I'm sorry that you like Crow, and I don't have any good, kind words to say about it, but it would look really good to me if we took that low. You know, it would look really good to me if we did take that low. You think ETH is effed, Jay? Duffed Sharma? I don't know. But guys, I have to head out. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell, and may God bless everybody in Jesus' name. praise the Lord for his goodness, his mercy, his grace, his provision, his love. May he draw us all closer to him. And Lord willing, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.